In this video, I will show you how to disassemble and repair an electric kettle button with your own hands. We are currently dealing with two faulty electric kettle buttons that have different issues. One of these buttons is stuck and won't turn on at all, while the other has a defect where it fails to turn off even when the button is lifted. To solve this problem, we are going to disassemble both of them and see if we can salvage the internal components. Our goal is to take the functional parts from each unit and combine them to make one working button out of these two. To start, we will disassemble one of the electric kettle buttons. To do this, you need to pull this top plate in this direction to compress the spring, and it will come out of the latches. This is how the button was disassembled. As you can see, in this switch, the contact group is in good condition. There is no burning here, but this small protrusion on the cover has melted. And now it doesn't separate these contacts, so this switch doesn't turn off when the water boils and the mechanism is triggered. This little plate right here. After this, we'll take apart the second button of the switch and find out what the problem is there. Compress the spring. Carefully pull one part this way, and then pull the other part in the completely opposite way, before you very gently pry it apart. This part here is a bit burnt, so it's harder to remove. We need to take this top part, which might not be damaged yet, and whose protrusion hasn't melted. Squeeze it tightly and there it comes apart. Now that this first side has been successfully removed, let's carefully work on taking out the remaining side. There, everything is disassembled. Here are the two upper parts of the switch buttons. On one part, this protrusion is intact, not melted, but on the other, it's melted. So we'll swap them. But in the second button, there's a problem with the contacts. You can see here that there was a bad contact. This part melted and the contact simply dropped down. Now it doesn't turn off and doesn't even turn on because it's burnt. And here the contacts are intact. So we'll leave this lower part in its place. Before reassembling, I'll thoroughly clean these burnt contacts with a sharp knife or a file, so that this plate doesn't heat up in the future. After this cleaning, you can see that the contacts are clean and fit tightly together. For the next step in the process, you will need to carefully reassemble this small switch button component. To do this, you will need to place the metal spring back into this exact position, just like this. And then you will definitely need to carefully put on the entire top part. Screw it on loosely. Press it down firmly. You will carefully need to fit each of these little plastic tabs securely into their corresponding mounts on the base. At the same time, on both sides. Make sure the spring doesn't fly off because it tends to do that. Do everything carefully. Press down firmly and carefully lower this specific part until it securely locks into its final place. The spring is quite stiff and resistant, so you will need to exert a bit of extra pressure to get it moving. There, now it's assembled. Everything works. The teeth are in their places. Now the top part won't go anywhere. Let's check the button, see how it works with a multimeter, and then we can put it back on the kettle. Begin by carefully setting the multimeter switch to continuity mode and thoroughly check the electrical contacts. At this specific moment, the button is in the off position and there is absolutely no electrical resistance detected. We press the button and everything works. The contact is good. That means the button works. We install the button back in its place. First of all, you need to slightly tighten these contacts that connect to the kettle's wiring. because if the contact is bad, there will be burning, heating, and eventually this kind of melting of the electric kettle button's contacts. I'll take a pair of small needle nose pliers and carefully and very gently apply pressure to squeeze both of the plastic tabs located on each side of the component. Carefully align these specific components so that the contact is secure and perfectly tight. And once you have finished that step, you can carefully reconnect the power switch button back into its original place. The contacts are tight and clean, and I think they won't heat up for now. Now we install the button back in its place. This is the ergonomic and heat-resistant handle of this modern electric kettle. To begin the assembly process, we carefully fasten this specific electrical switch into its designated position within the handle housing by using this very small, precision-engineered mounting screw to ensure it is held firmly in place. The button works. Let's continue assembling the kettle. After that, we install the decorative button cover for the electric kettle switch. First, we fit the front part into place. Make sure to secure the latch, and then firmly attach the rear part. Now the button is installed, and then carefully put the protective kettle handle cover back into its original place. Place the electric kettle onto its base. Press the button. The LED lights up. The kettle is working. And wait until it boils. The button triggered and the power turned off. You have just watched a video on how to repair and disassemble the electric kettle button if it stops working. Leave your feedback and comments, like the video, and subscribe to our channel. Stay with us. Goodbye, everyone.